EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on their Beltway rivals, the Washington Commanders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. Ready.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball?
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Now the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down at 7.
It's on. It's on. Ready. It's on.
Now it's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
Ready.
Here's Krosky-Merritt to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
19, Tiger, 19.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Get up. 79.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go play action. Daniels. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Lane from 3 yards out. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
Panther 60.
Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now Daniels. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. To throw is Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Commanders 14, Ravens nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives.
And know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run with ETN. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Down the right sideline. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of catch.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Daniels. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Look at the big man rumble. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Flag. Cougar 19. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Daniels looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Lane, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after here coming up. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 21, Ravens 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Miami. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's pass. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Ready up.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A beautiful fake. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Ready. Like. Okay, break. Come on. Hit. Come. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Zay Flowers from 4 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now it's Jackson. Short there, caught by Likely. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning, because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that one taken in by Lashley. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And all the way in for Ravens touchdown. Travis Etienne, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
And he fires one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break.
And this is caught inside the 5. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Set at the line for this next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
20! And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Travis Etienne
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So in Raven territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Down at the 31. A gain of
60
a
Bison,
yard.
60
Brings up
Bison.
second and 9.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
First and 10 at the
Buffalo
16-yard
18,
line.
19, top. Hey, check that. Street. 19, Lion.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's second and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
Now they'll change things up.
19, 18. Broncos.
Daniels from the gun on third down. He'll try to pick it up himself. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jalen Lane, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 45-yard line.
I'm gonna go. It's not.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. Second down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now Lamar changing the play.
At the Commanders' 12-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Bateman, he's got him complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Let a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To the air goes Daniels.
That's to Lane. He's got it outright.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Taking it in from 24 yards out.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of it.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll get that underneath ETN.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Play action. Now Jackson. It's caught at the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing is Jackson.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Again, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
On his loop for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Panther 11. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Riggs. Steady.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Second down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's Daniels. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On second down, ETN once more. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
180.
Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Jackson. Short one there, caught by Likely. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Come on.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. So he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here comes second down at 5. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Brings up second and 5.
Viking 18.
Now Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes second down.
Here we go. Strike.
Daniels looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's good.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Go. Nice.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
Here now, third down.
59. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
To throw is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 4-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Now first and goal.
19 Tigers. Tag. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Now the try here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score. Commanders 52. Ravens 45.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
It's hot! Get hot! 180!
Jackson. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you're at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's 4th down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
180!
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Washington, they get back.